Hello everyone, welcome to Elliott Wave YouTube channel. This is Henry and today is March 22nd. The time is around 1:45 AM GMT. Today we are looking at the chart of the Russell. This is a 60 minutes chart here. We can see it has ended with 1 in the minor degree at 1708, and currently it is doing a wave 2 rally here in the form of an APC. Possibly the area in which the rally can be expected to fail is the 100% extension of this AP, which is this area 1821, 1865, and then from here it can finish the wave 2 and then starts to go down again. So overall we prefer more downside. Now Russell actually has a pretty high component of the banking sectors, which is basically having some issues since last week. So I think any kind of rally, again, fundamentals also support the idea. Most likely it's not going to be able to recover very quickly. Now in terms of the couple of let's zoom out in the larger time frame first, then we can take a look at the 1 hour again and look at a couple of different alternates. Okay, so zooming out here in the daily, we can see it's been more or less kind of sideways since June last year, right? So we are kind of in this big range between 2030 and 1600, back and forth. But eventually we think that because of the 5 waves here, what looks like a 5 waves, eventually it can go lower. Okay, it can go lower again after the consolidation is over, and there is a possibility that this 5 waves down here, this one 1 2 3 4 5 completes the correction here, right? Completes the correction right here, and we start a new leg lower, which is in progress right now. You can also see the last move up from October last year was clearly in the form of a 3 swing, which is corrective, right? Which is corrective. So unless it is some sort of an expanded flat, then this suggests or it favors more downside overall. So despite the rally we have right now, 3 swings up and then what looks like a 5 ways down, and also consists a lot of the financials here in the Russell, suggests that I think the right side is likely to the downside. Now eventually when we break below the low here, obviously it will get confirmed that the right side is lower, and then it will extend lower, then if that's the case, to the next 100% from this all-time high. Okay, so this will be your first leg, and this will be your second leg of the correction here, and then third leg can go all the way down to 100% extension, for example, which is way below at 1210. But that's kind of long-term outlook, right? Not really, maybe not really something that you will be concerned about when you are looking at the shorter cycle. So shorter cycle is pretty simple. Basically, if I copy this is your wave 1 here. Okay, so this is your wave 1. So from here, February the 3rd, you get wave 1, and now you're looking for wave 2, and then once that's finished, you should be looking for more downside. Now, so that will be bearish against this February the 3rd high for this bearish view, which is basically the 3-ways rally here, the top of the 3-ways rally. And in terms of the shorter cycle, alternates can have multiple different possibilities depending on the next move here in the Russell. For example, if Russell now first of all, because of the bearish bias, we could, for example, miss this area and starts to go down. That's one possible options. It is possible. Sometimes it doesn't completely reach the intended 100% and truncate and then starts to reverse. So that's possibility number 1, which is according to the bearish bias. Possibility number 2, we could, for example, do something like this and then go rally. Now in that case, the count is going to change. If this happens, then basically this ended here, and because this cycle or this leg is in 3 waves, 1 2 3, so you can label this as an ABC ending W here, right? So now I'm drawing you a couple of different possibilities here. Now all of these possibilities still implies for the downside overall, but it's just a different path, right? Like I always say that in order to get to a certain destination, there are multiple different paths, but all of them leads to the same, which is basically going lower. So we can have something like this WX, and then we can rally again. Now in that case, this area that you see is going to change, because the 100% extension will be measured from here, the WX, and then you measure another 100% extension for the possible area, right? So that's another possible different short-term path, depending on basically the next couple of hours move. For now, this is what we're calling. And then still another different path is looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just a marginal high, and then you got a big pullback like this, and then you got another rally. Now if this is happening, then you can count this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You ending with A here, and you place the B here, and then you measure again another C equal to the A in this different path. So you can see when we are dealing with the shorter cycle, there is a couple of different paths, but overall all of them is suggesting that the rally should fail in 3 swing, right? So the 3 swing is the key is really which 3 swing are we looking at. Are we looking at A, B, and then now finish the C and go down 3 swing, or are we looking at the different short-term structure, right? And now just to give you another possible options, for example, this could be A, B, C, right? But this is your W, and then you have a X, and then you have a Y. So this is what we call double correction. This is gonna end with 2 here and go down. Okay, so that's the shorter cycle. But if I zoom out again, the idea here is not so much that, oh, this is absolutely gonna play out 100%, because the shorter cycle has always many different options. It has more oscillations. So the bigger idea here is that as long as we stay below this February 2nd, which is around 2014, then any rally from this low, any kind of structure, the structure can evolve into some other different short-term structures, but as long as we stay below here, then this rally eventually is going to end, and we eventually can continue to go down again. All right, so short-term is always going to be something that has more oscillations and therefore easily change, right? So if you want to get more updates in the shorter cycle and more updates on the Russell or any other indices, Forex, cryptos, you can follow our service. We have 14 days trial, and the link is in the description of the YouTube video. So I'll see you all again next time, and have a nice day, everyone.